that transgender aren't you? No.
Oh, it's not transgender, it's bi.
Good.
It's bi. What's going on, everyone? Back with another episode of Stuff and Things. I know what you're thinking, at least some of you. Dude, where's Sunday Gun Day at? It's Sunday and you're not shooting guns in this video. Relax. I explained this in a Sunday Gun Day video a couple weeks ago because I figured that would reach a majority of the audience who would be asking this question. To sum it all up, I've been really busy lately. It's been getting cold, the days are shorter. I don't want to force out putting a Sunday Gun Day every week because the videos would just be I do have some stuff planned. I have at least 3 new guns that I want to show all you guys, sort of do a review on them, test them out a little bit. Some pretty unique stuff that you probably haven't really seen before. I plan on going up to the private range tomorrow to do that now that we have a break in between the hunting seasons, so I shouldn't really disrupt anything. And I plan on filming at least 1 Sunday Gun Day video tomorrow, hopefully 2, maybe 3. We'll see if time allows. But other than that, what's going on? How's everyone doing? I'm doing pretty damn well. I'm driving my Crosstrek today. You guys might have seen the video yesterday of me installing the lift on here. Everything drives really nicely. Actually, I was kind of surprised. I thought with the changing of the geometry of everything that it might throw off the way the car feels and everything, but it's really smooth. The tires are nice. The only problem that I really had was the fitment with the Rally Armor mud flaps and turning this car when in reverse. It kind of pulls on the inside of the mud flap a little bit, but I've been talking with another guy on Instagram who has a very similar setup, and he's gonna work on some things, maybe like trim off the inside of the mud flap. I'm gonna get that worked out probably in the next couple days. I also still need to get this thing aligned. It's really not that bad at first. The positive camber in the front looked terrible because we were on the polished concrete floors. So when you set your car down, it really needs time to roll and adjust and to allow the springs to settle back down for everything to look and perform the way it should. I do, however, have an appointment set up the day after Thanksgiving, so everything will be nice and aligned, hopefully, that day. Today I figured I would just vlog since I really haven't picked up the camera and just talk to you guys in a little while. So I'm gonna run some typical Saturday morning errands. I'm going over to the post office to check the P.O. box. It is actually Veterans Day today, so the post office might not be open. I know a lot of people out there who watch my videos are serving in the military, either currently or have in the past, so I'll just take this time now to thank you guys for your service. I myself have never served, but I really do appreciate everything that you do for the country. I know times right now in the world with the politics and presidential that's going on, everything just seems to be a mess. Everyone always has something to complain about, but there's one thing that I believe that no one should complain about, and that is the service that the brave men and women give to our country. So if you are serving or have served, thank you all for your service. I'll be right back.
12 seconds later.
You know, if you looked at just my eating habits, you would probably think I would weigh like 250, 300 pounds. I'm glad that's not the case though. One thing that I definitely do need in this car, which I don't have right now, is napkins. Definitely a glove box necessity. Yeah, they're definitely closed, alright. P.O. Box 304 is where everything comes. Oh, this means I have packages, but they're holding them in the back. I have to come back when they're open. USPS is still doing that passive-aggressive thing. Because I get so many packages sent to my P.O. box, they'll like mark the date on them the second they come in, so I'm sure there'll be stuff even marked from probably October in there. The next stop on my list of things to do today is actually more car stuff. I'm going to get my windows tinted. I've been driving my STI for the longest time with the windows tinted. I believe those are at like 25%, maybe 30. They're not too dark, but for the Crosstrek I'm going to be making the front windows match the rear, so again, not super dark, but I think it's going to look good. A little bit of contrast between the dark interior, no moonroof or anything like that, so I think it's going to be a little bit darker than it would be in the STI. Luckily, this place is literally like 2 minutes from my house. This guy has done my friend's STI before. I've seen his work. It looks pretty good. I'm also gonna see if he can tint my front ambers as well as the rear reverse lights. I had bought one of those overlay kits to do that that same stuff on my STI. However, it never really turns out as good as you think it's going to with the pre-cut kits. For the rear, I ended up just having a tint guy actually put it on and then take an X-Acto blade and kind of cut it out to the shape that it needed to be in. It looks way better that way in my opinion. So hopefully this guy will do the same thing, but we'll see. I also don't know if I'm gonna film in his shop because I don't know if he's cool. So I might show you guys the process or I might not. Let's find out. All right, back at home. Windows are done. Unfortunately, the guy wasn't the most stoked about me being there. It almost seemed like I was like inconveniencing him by being there at 10 in the morning, but whatever. The windows are done. They're a little bit hazy right now because obviously once you put tint on a car like this, you need to give it some time for it to work all the little bubbles out, let them dry. So windows stay up for 3 to 5 days. It's cold out anyway. It's like 30 degrees right now. I didn't even get a chance to ask him about the front embers or the reverse lights. However, I do know that there are some companies out there that make overlays. I just am not sure if I want to go with them. Speaking of that, I'll show you what it looks like on my STI. This is an overlay right here that I got from Subaru. You basically put it on with like a water and soap mixture. I also have my winter wheels back on this. The rears, like I was saying earlier, they didn't turn out as good as the front did, so what I had done was, when I got these windows tinted when I lived down in Virginia, I had the tint guy actually lay some thicker 3M type of tint over here, and then he went with an X-Acto blade and cut out around the reverse lights. It may not seem like a big difference, but if you saw this compared to what the stock lights look like, it looks pretty damn good. So what I'm hoping to do with this is the same thing on the STI, get rid of this amber color, and then on the back probably get rid of the reverse lights, maybe even that light too, I'm not sure. Doesn't look too terrible. I mean, I really like the redesign on these, but I think it would kind of give it the stealthy look that I'm going for. Speaking of stealthy look, maybe I should pull this into the garage and debadge it while I'm here. Alright, you guys ready for a quick tutorial on how I debadge my cars? There's a couple things that I use. One, a hair dryer. I prefer this over a heat gun because the paint in these areas, especially on a Subaru, can be a little bit sensitive. You don't want it to be too hot. Dental floss, I'll explain this in a second. Possibly a little bit of Goo Gone, really not that necessary. And then whatever your favorite cleaner is, microfiber helps as well. The first thing you want to do is clean the area around the emblems. You really don't want to get any dirt in there because you're going to be touching this area. Don't want to scratch the paint. Since it is cold out, what I like to do is take a hair dryer, put it on probably a warm, maybe the hot heat, leave it on low. Like I said, you don't want to make this too hot because you don't want to mess up the paint, but it does help if you get these warm. It'll loosen the adhesive behind these. It's definitely a good idea to keep checking the heat with your hand. That way you're not getting too hot in one area. That should be good enough for now. I just heated it up for a minute or so. Since the car is new, these should come off pretty easily. I got my STI and I was able to pop these off with just my fingers before. So now we'll take some dental floss. I literally use floss to do this on cars more than I actually use it on my teeth, but don't tell my dentist that. You're just gonna wrap it around your fingers like you're flossing your teeth, stick it behind the letters, and then slowly almost use it like a sawing motion. And it will pop right off. Now, as you can see here, some of the adhesive is still stuck to the letter. Let me zoom in a little for you. This is good if it is like this. What you can do is then hold on to the adhesive, put the letter to the side, and then if you do it slowly, you should be able to pull the adhesive off in one full piece. Boom, just like that. Now I'm gonna repeat that process on all the letters on both sides since I wanna get rid of all of the badging, and then there might require a little bit of cleanup in the end. All right, that is the last little bit of adhesive right there, and that is pretty much it. You may still find a little bit of adhesive left over, almost like the actual glue that holds it onto the paint. If you have fingernails, which I don't because I just cut mine, you can normally just use your nail without actually scratching your paint and just kind of work the rest of that goo off of there. I try to avoid using the actual Goo Gone because this stuff can be a little bit harsh on your paint, so instead I will just take some detail spray that I have here, spray the rag, and wipe the rest of that off. And that's basically it. If you are actually planning on debadging your car like this, you do want to make sure that the emblems are held on with adhesive. Some car manufacturers actually put them directly into the metal. If you are going for the clean look, it also helps if you do this when the car is newer. The more you drive and get road dirt on the car like you see here, the more likely that the emblem will actually be etched into the paint. Same thing with the people who put stickers on their paint or the magnets that they leave them there for a long time. The sun beats on them, it discolors the paint. Rocks and dirt will sit around the outside of the magnet right up against the paint, and then if you remove it after a month or so, you'll normally notice like a oval or whatever shape the magnet was right into the paint. There's not a whole lot you can do to fix that if it gets really bad. Sometimes polishing it out will work. In some extreme cases, you might have to do some kind of paint restoration, but I'm lucky enough that the car is new and came off nice and clean. I'm gonna do the same to the other side, and then I will show you guys the finished product. And boom, finished product. Came off nice and easily. I didn't have to use Goo Gone, just used some detail spray, cleaned everything up, minus the rest of the road dirt all over the car. I threw on a black carbon fiber license plate frame, going with the whole red and black theme for pretty much the entire car, and I think it looks pretty damn sharp. What do you guys think? I got the red and black rally armor. Once I smoke the tails a little bit, those will be red and black as well. I actually even ran out of my TS logo decals. I've been shipping them out with pretty much any order of a hat or pop socket that leaves my store, and unfortunately I ran out of the red ones. I was gonna stick a red one on this back little window right here, but now I'm out, no more red ones, which means I just placed an order for some more. I ordered red, white, blue, black in both the big sizes for cars and the smaller sizes that you can stick pretty much anywhere on the back of a cell phone or something. Once those come in, I'm definitely gonna put one on my car, and I will continue to be sending those out with some orders. Not sending them with every single order because I do have to pay for them, but if I recognize a name, someone who comments on my videos all the time and they're placing an order for a hat or something, I'm definitely gonna hook them up with some stickers. So that's gonna be it for car stuff today. I'm really not sure what else I'm gonna be doing. Let's hope it's something good. Here's an update for you guys. You know the Jeep truck that we have in our garage? I showed you a couple weekends ago, last weekend, I don't know when it was, but we're gonna get this thing started and pull it out.
Well, it's not supposed to be this way.
There you go. So if you didn't catch a video of when I showed you guys this before, this is a 61 Jeep Willys truck. It's a truck that actually was made by Jeep back in the day. Supposedly they're coming out with a new one in like the next couple of years or so. I don't think it's even gonna come close to comparing to the cool factor that this thing has. It obviously needs some work, as you can see. I personally like the way it's all rusted out, kind of like a rat rod style, but I think he's gonna be fixing it up, taking off the bed, fixing any kind of rust problems that it has, repainting, new wheels, new tires. Right now the guy who had this before him put an automatic transmission into it. I don't know why you would want to do that. So he's gonna go out and put a 4-speed back into it like they came from the factory, and it's gonna be a pretty cool build. Interior could use a little bit of work, but all the electronics and gauges still work. Most of the stuff in here is original other than the transmission, like I said. The previous owner also redid the headliner and all the walls and everything in this weird like carpet. Again, not sure why you would want to do that, but that will all be replaced in the future as well. If you or someone you know has any experience with restoring a Willys Jeep like this, let me know, send me a message on any of my social medias, because I'm sure he might need some help finding parts and just some general tips here and there. This is going to be the first like full restoration that he's doing. I'm going to try to help because I've never done one myself, but it's gonna be looking pretty cool in the end. I'm at Rhodes' house now. Nice tie-dye, dog. I just edited this video and it's kind of long, so I'm just gonna end it now. And if you guys want to see more, follow me on Instagram. Maybe we'll go Instagram live later, because we haven't done that in a while.
You're drinking that transgender aren't you? No.
Oh, it's not transgender, it's bi.
That was really f***ing good.
It's bi. We were having a conversation about how the OG flavors of Gatorade, like this, lemon lime, with that super hard, because this is orange, the light blue that's like perfect hangover cure, the red that's still OG, and then there's the transgender Gatorades like
strawberry watermelon.
Strawberry watermelon.
Good, bro.
How you feel about Powerade though?
No, that's peasant. That's like Canadian Dry and Schweppes. This is a podcast material. Yeah, I don't like Powerade.
We should start a podcast. Like this video if you want us to start a podcast.
This would be a good podcast material.
Before I do end this video, because I'm ending it right now, I do want to do the monthly shout out to all of the patrons out there. All of you guys have been supporting me. I don't really ask for the support, but I'm glad that you guys are stoked about what I'm doing, because I'm stoked about it too, obviously, or I wouldn't be doing it. Oh, I didn't put the poll in the video yet either. Oh. Yeah. Here's the deal. You guys saw in some mail time videos that we got pepper spray guns. I got three or four of them sent to my P.O. box. So out of the friend group, we have myself, we have Rhodes, we have JF, and we have Dave. Oh man.
I reserve the right to flake out on this.
We're gonna have a poll. You guys vote who you want to see get shot with the pepper spray gun. Keep this in mind. If you pick me and I have to get sprayed, I will 100% abso-fucking-lutely stop making videos.
That is not allowed. You're not.
That's so allowed.
You cannot pit the fans against you.
Nuts.
He's making videos. They just might not be as good.
I'm not making videos. I'm not even kidding. I have no reason to do this. It's fun, but other than that, so I think we all know who people want to see get sprayed, and that person is not here.
I would agree with that.
So right now, click right there. There's a poll that just popped up. Click on it and cast your vote.
Delete this next thing I'm about to say. The best way to deal with it and just be fucked up when you get with it and just woo-wee.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea in any way, shape, or
Just
form.
throwing it out there.
Okay, today for the shots for the patrons, I got some Bullet Bourbon. This is some of my favorite bourbon. Skipping out on the Jaeger tonight. I don't think we're getting that kind of drunk right now. This is to the top pledges. We got Tom Fleetwood, Chris Smith, Wayne from Panda Tactical,
Sup.
and Brian Parker. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate the support.
There you go. Ding.
This one's for you. It's warm. Woohoo! Alright everyone, that is all. If you're new to this channel, consider clicking subscribe. I make new videos every week. And we will talk to you on Instagram Live if you're following me there. So, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one.